Hello, this is Jim Copple with the Legacy Project. In 1972, author and pastor Ray C. Stedman wrote a book called Body Life. And in the book, he challenged us to think about our volunteerism, our engagement in local community-based organizations and citizens' activities, or in local congregations, that we need more people engaged. In fact, he compares what was going on in 1972 with what was going on in any given football game in America. You have 22 people on the field who need rest, being watched by 22,000 people who need exercise. About 30 years later, Robert Putnam would write in his book Bowling Alone, The Collapse and Revival of American Community, that Americans are withdrawing from team sports. They're no longer engaged collectively in community events. We're working more and more in isolation, and that we really need a revival of citizen engagement and of volunteerism. Well, in the midst of a pandemic, where we're being encouraged on the one hand to self-isolate, to quarantine, and yet we see TV commercials calling us or saying to us, we are all in this together, suggesting that we are needing to do or take community action. It's important that we try to do both, that we need people out on the field, the first responders, our nurses, our doctors, our firemen, our policemen, who are responding to this crisis. They need rest. They need us to engage. And the best way for us to engage collectively as a community is to wear a mask. It's to wash our hands. It's to social distance. It's to do those things that we can to protect ourselves, our families, and our neighbors from this pandemic. We must help those out on the field by ourselves beginning to exercise and to do the right thing in order to turn this pandemic around. This is Jim Copple with the Legacy Project.